go to the expense of buying a proper water butt, we use plastic dustbins. A, because they're much cheaper, and B, because you can easily get a bucket in the top to get the water out in it very quickly. But we do also something different. We don't use the normal taps and things. We use isolating valves, washing machine valves as taps. That turns on and off ever so easily, and we fit them to speed fit plumbing, so that when we fitted a hose pipe here, we can turn it in whichever direction we like without putting any stress on the fitting itself or getting a kink in the hose pipe. So I'll show you how to do that in a moment. But the other thing that we do is we fit an overflow to our first bin, and that allows us to get a second bin and join that overflow to the second bin and the third bin and the fourth bin, and so on. So after a good spell of rain, or because we're in the UK, after several good spells of rain, we can actually have 5 or 6 water butts all filled up without recourse to the mains water at all. We've got a series of water butts all linked together, all filling each other up as they get filled themselves. So how do we do that? So let's take the first one away and start to dismantle it. What we have here at the top is called a tank connector, and these are generally used, as the name would imply, for connecting a water tank to something else in your loft or wherever. It's a speed fit tank connector, so by pushing in the valve we can just pull out, in this case, a 22mm piece of copper, and that is our tank connector. That's how we buy it. Okay. This particular tank connector demands a 28mm hole in the side of our water butt. Okay, and we use a flat bit for that. That flies through, as you'll see. Sorry, that's a 35mm. That's the one for the smaller fitting. It's a 35mm bit for the 22mm tank connector. So 35mm bit. So we drill the hole. The inside of the tank connector's got a washer which goes into the dustbin, and then the outside is simply screwed on, giving us a connection. We then cut a piece of 22mm copper pipe, push that into the speed fit, and that's it. We then level up the two bins next to each other. Okay, just like that. It doesn't have to be absolutely accurate. Get the point of our flat bit and mark the centre of that connection. We're then able, I will change this bit, we're then able to put the bin down on the floor and drill our 38mm hole, as you'll see, and get another tank connector, washer side in, through the hole, and tighten up. Obviously I'm doing this very quickly for the video. A little bit more care would be taken with the burrs and one thing and another. So once we've tightened that, we are then in a position to push. Okay, so there we go. We have two bins together. This one fills up, the water runs out of that one into that one. Now we have a tap, as you've seen, on the front there, so let's see how we can replicate that on the second bin. If we pull these apart again, and so that we've got the tap on the same side, we'll change the bit over. Now never put the tap right at the bottom of the water butt, because if we do that, then any leaves or anything, any dirt or anything that gets into the water butt is going to clog the tap up. So lift the tap up about 1.5 to 2 inches so that the leaves can settle on the bottom, and all you're going to get out is clean water. So you drill a hole in the butt. There we have it. And then we get a 15mm tank connector. Exactly the same mechanism, but this is for a 15mm pipe. So the back with the washer on goes into the back of the bin. I'll lift that slightly so the camera can see it. Connect the front like that. Screw it nice and tight so that the washer bites into the back to keep it watertight, and then we can simply drop in a piece of 15mm copper if we like there, or we can use plastic pipe. You can see videos on cutting plastic pipe. I'll do it a little bit over long so that you can see what I'm going to do. If we use plastic pipe, then we put inserts into the plastic pipe to stop the ends getting squashed and to keep it watertight. So the inserts go into the plastic pipe. The plastic pipe then goes in to the push-in fitting. Make sure that's in nice and tight. And then we can get a washing machine valve or any other form of tap. Always look on the valve to see the little arrow which tells you the direction of the water flow. Okay, push the valve on to our plastic pipe, and then what we like to do is put, as you can see from the other one, if the camera pans across, you can come straight out with another piece of copper or another piece of plastic pipe. We like to come out with a 90-degree bend, because when the butts are standing on blocks, as they will be off the ground, we can lift that up and the water spout can run directly down, or if we connect a hose pipe to it, we can move it in absolutely any direction.